And we're ready to start the second game. Barbarorum is up 1-0. Let's see if Game Geek evens the field, or if Barbarorum pulls ahead even more. First game was close, with high-level play from both sides. Unfortunately, there was the fire at will mistake by Game Geek. Actually, I can deploy over here, but whatever. This is Pripyat Marshes again, of course. Same map, same everything. So no features, no hills, no cliffs, no hiding spots, no forests, nothing. And this time, weather is clear. So arrows will be more effective than the previous game. Let's see if we can see where they are deploying. Barbarorum. No, this is Game Geek. Right at the edge, as expected. Barbarorum as well. He's not taking his time. I would probably deploy way back here if I was him. I actually have my idea how to play this matchup as the Koinon. I'm pretty known for my Koinon Hellenon experience. I think I didn't drop a game with the Koinon for a long time when I used to play, so I consider myself quite experienced with this faction, but this is probably one of the worst matchups that you can find, together with the Arverni. But the Arverni have the Argos, the Aedui, which is another heavy infantry unit with long swords, which is hard to deal with. But you can do that. On the other hand, the Carnoots have those that sweet morale boosting capability. That's too good to pass. I won't say how I would play this matchup, because I want to see if Barbarorum plays like me, like I would. But I think Game Geek will play this pretty predictably. And that's I think the only disadvantage of the Aedui in this matchup is the predictability. The fact that it's obvious what they're gonna do. It's really obvious. Let's see if it's as obvious as, yeah. That's obvious. 4 Nietos. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 Taquitos. Yeah. Longsword plus axe proliferation. Carnoots. Carnoots. Double Carnoots. They can sit on each on one flank. They can sit on each flank and just stay there forever. And these units are not gonna rout ever. Celto-Hellenic hoplites. This is very interesting. I see. Probably double Brihentin. And these look like... yes, Germanic mercenaries. They have a really high attack with their javelins. which is great, but there's not too many of them, which is bad. Toxotai. Scythian foot archers and Scythian foot archers. Bracer Robin seems to like this unit so much. I have no idea why. In this matchup I don't think they are too great, because you want to have something to fight when these guys finish their ammos. Let's see, Thorakitai Oplitai. Oh, phalanxes! This is something I didn't really expect. With Thorakitai Oplitai guarding the flanks. This is a very old-fashioned style to play the Koinon. I'm curious to see if he can pull it off. Thracian Paltests, Thorakitai, 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 and Somatophylacus Strategou, the General's Bodyguard. This is one of the strongest infantry units in the game. This will be really, really hard to deal with, but with those axes, man. With those axes. Petsoi Bretioi. This is a nice idea because they pack a punch with their Pila, which is what Koinon lacks. Koinon totally lacks punch, and I'm not referring to the drink. I'm referring to offensive capability. But Petsoi Bretioi can really do damage if you use their javelins well. Ectromoi Hoplitai, I don't see how they can serve a purpose in this game. Oh, Tarentinoi. This is a choice I really like. Double Tarentinoi is a bit too optimistic though. Let's see. And Brihentin as well. This is a better choice than Xistophoroi, of course, because they have shields, they have superior hand-to-hand attack, and they just match one-to-one the Brihentin from the Aedui. Let's see if Game Geek is just angling out his army, which is usually the way you play against phalanxes. Place some token units over here and just try to create an angle. And he's creating the angle in the right place. At least he needs to... first of all, he needs not to shoot his javelins, but whatever. But of course, this is the right choice, like trying to push this flank and scare those archers off. It is the right call. But sending this unit isolated like this, not the best idea. Yeah, now you just... Yeah, this emergency general I don't really like, because you expose him to everything basically. I don't really know why he's pushing one flank with isolated units. Like these Thorakita can shoot their javelins. Yep, they can. This did some damage. This really did some damage. This is a really unnecessary damage that Game Geek is taking. Look at those heavy javelins. Oh man. Oh man. These guys can be charged and probably can rout instantly. No, maybe now it's too late because these units are coming to support, but the numbers disadvantage and the morale penalty that comes with it could have really hindered this unit and this push overall. This is a pretty good call, using one of his Brihentin to kill these archers off. doesn't need both of them. Barbarorum desperately needs his cavalry to win the infantry engagement. And he's just ignoring the phalanxes for now. And this is a really nice gap that GameGeek exploited. Now he really needs to pull out. Yeah, you don't want to see a general kill this early in the battle. Oh no. Oh no. Oh no. Okay. But he managed to engage this general. If this general becomes tired, he is gonna fall prey of the axemen really soon. What is this unit doing? Oh, this Thorakitai. Oh, that's a full javelin volley on this cavalry. Oh, and that was not as effective as I thought. That was pretty good. And these units are sitting here doing nothing, and that's not ideal, especially because there are two axemen over here. GameGeek has a ton of units in reserve. I don't know if I'm convinced by this style of play. Also, the Carnoots are fighting instead of chanting. And the Brihentin are charging into Thorakitai. Oh man! General died! Where did the general die? Oh, you can't chant with Carnoots anymore. I see. I see, okay. Okay, so that's why they're fighting. That's +1 Nietos, basically. Alright. General dying is a big deal then. You don't have any more morale boosting. And you should save this unit now. Robin is playing this pretty effectively considering his army. These are probably... Yeah, those poor Tarantino got caught. Yeah, that was unfortunate. Like, I don't know why. The advantage of pushing one flank and ignoring the phalanx is that you have a local superiority, right? Because you can push more units into here. But if you pour all your units into one single place, then you don't have local superiority anymore. I hope these guys are getting massacred by the Gosnazio, at least. They're gonna die to Nietos, but these Nietos don't want to get tired by killing these guys. These are Thorakitai. Ha! The morale malus of having units in the back, pretty nice. Well, that's a good envelopment. Okay, so these slingers, do they have ammos? No, they don't. That's unfortunate. They should have been shooting here. Now it's the Aedui army that gets enveloped. Now Like, you shouldn't send isolated units. That's not how you push one flank. You cannot send one unit at a time that gets picked off, that loses tons of men due to javelins, and saying that you are pushing a flank. Also, pile up so many units here and not leave something in front to keep the phalanxes in place, because otherwise you get flanked like this. Like, okay, you should rush. You should rush and you should push the flank, but you should do that in a considerate way, like exploiting the... It started well when he engaged those two units at the front and charged with the general in the small gap and forced the Koinon general to come in and get tired, so then he can come with axemen and kill everything. But then it ended horribly, like with those scattered units dying over here somehow, and with something that you shouldn't see in any Aedui gameplay is Koinon units staying here fighting in your backs. Like we had those Thorakitai and those Ektromoi Hoplitai like here, or here probably, which were really at the back of the army, but I don't know. And now everything's dying here. Now now you can't kill the phalanxes because you don't have units anymore to flank the phalanxes. Phalanxes now fulfill only one purpose, just to keep your units in place, so that your other units, your killer units, can swarm around. Good game. A bit unfortunate because of those mistakes. I don't think Barbarorum picked the correct army, but it doesn't really matter when there are so many mistakes. That's unfortunate. Yeah, exactly, Sulan. He had many reserves, too many reserves. Having some reserves is good, but too many reserves is bad. And still the phalanx flanked him. And then, at some point, you don't have reserves anymore to kill the phalanx. Because if you don't flank the phalanx, you cannot kill the phalanx. Anyway, that was game 2. Slightly disappointing because I would have expected, just by looking at the armies, I would have expected Game Geek to win that game. Just because of the old-fashioned Koinon army with phalanxes and Thorakitai on the flanks is not really working anymore with against good players. But basically Game Geek played this so that Barbarorum could take advantage of his old-fashioned army. That's weird to see, but okay. Oh, actually I have to update the score, which is here. Now it's 2-0, and I have to change this to this.